have a new favorite no-knead Dutch oven artisan bread loaf, and I think it's the easiest one I've ever tried. I will leave the original recipe linked down below for you guys in the description, but to get started, get yourself out a large mixing bowl, add in 3 cups of either all-purpose or bread flour, 2 teaspoons of instant or rapid rise yeast, not active dry, but the link to the original recipe will have notes if you only have active dry, and 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. Use half of that if you're using table salt, and then whisk that all together. Then using just hot tap water, we're going to add 1.5 cups of that very hot tap water and mix that all together. It's going to be shaggy. It's not going to come together into a ball. If it is a little too dry, as I thought mine was, I did add a little extra water. Honestly, I added a little bit more than I should have, but this recipe is very, very forgiving. So if yours is a little flour heavy or a little water heavy, it's probably going to be just fine. But once you have all of your ingredients mixed together in your bowl, we're going to cover it with some plastic wrap or a plate. You can probably use a clean dish towel as well, but we're going to put it somewhere that's not cold so that our dough can rise. So we want it to double. That could take 2 to 3 hours unless you're in a super warm location, or it could take longer if you're in a very cold house. While your dough is rising, a half hour before your dough is going to be at about double its size, turn your oven on to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Put in your Dutch oven with its lid on while the oven preheats. Once your dough has doubled in size, flour a clean surface and scrape your bread dough out onto the flour. Now, if you're not ready to bake it, you can let the dough sit in the fridge overnight and a richer flavor will develop. Again, the link below will have detailed instructions on how to move on to this next step. Once you are ready to pour your dough out onto your floured surface, pour it out, and then we're going to sprinkle about 1/2 tablespoon of flour on top. Then you're going to use a spatula to fold the dough in on itself in about 6 segments. It can be 5, it can be 7. Just fold it in on itself to get it to resemble something of a dough ball. And then we're going to have a big square of parchment paper, not waxed paper. Waxed paper will stick to your bread loaf. Parchment paper, and bring your parchment right up to your bread dough, and we're going to flip our bread dough onto the parchment as gracefully as you can. Again, this is a very forgiving rustic artisan loaf. Do what you can. Then you're going to get your hot Dutch oven out of the oven. We're going to airlift our bread dough into it and replace our lid, and we're going to pop it into the oven for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, you're going to take the lid off of your Dutch oven. Don't take the bread out, just take the lid off, and we're going to bake our bread for 12 more minutes until we have a little bit of golden brown on top. Then you're ready to take your bread loaf out. You can take it right out of the Dutch oven and place it onto a cooling rack, let it sit for 10 minutes, and then we can go ahead and slice it. Most homemade breads you're supposed to let cool for a while because there's baking that's continuing to happen. This one, it's okay. You can slice it early. So you can have yourself a nice, crusty, warm, buttered piece of homemade bread. Again, I will leave all the ingredients and the instructions down below in the description for you guys. If you would try this super easy bread recipe, give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe for more delicious recipes. And if you're looking for another delicious bread recipe that's super easy and cheesy, go ahead, click or tap here on screen, and I'll see you guys there.